What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and today we're going to touch a topic that a lot of you guys probably really don't know about. This is one of the topics I'm always asked when I go into like the hip-hop drill forums. I like to do that anonymous, at least so people don't really understand or really know that it's me. I'm always asked about ChiefKeef. I guess they know I'm a street reporter, so that's one of the top targets. Everywhere I go, people ask me some shit about ChiefKeef. I have never met him, but I have interviewed a lot of people close to him. I interviewed his kid's mother, and just a lot of people close to what he had going on, but we never had a chance to talk per se. A top target that I'm always asked about, that nobody ever knows about, is people want to know, how did ChiefKeef's stepbrother get killed? A lot of people didn't even know ChiefKeef had more relatives. We know he got sisters and shit like that. But yeah, he had a brother who was murdered, a stepbrother. It wasn't his son mother, it was his dead mother. This is ChiefKeef dead, okay? All right, now ChiefKeef dead had ChiefKeef, and he also had this guy, okay? I can't pronounce his name, but I heard his name was Lil U. People called him Chris, okay? I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of background first, then I'm going to tell you what happened, then I'm going to give you my conclusion, because a lot of people think he was killed because of ChiefKeef. I don't really agree with that. Don't get me wrong, ChiefKeef did blow up early in the drill culture, right around the time this young man lost his life. But I just think it was a coincidence, okay? So we're going to go Lil U. People called him Chris. His real name, okay, is like Ulyss just Sister Dirt or something like that. I can't even pronounce it, okay? But this is ChiefKeef's brother, okay? I don't really like saying that half brother. I'm not really with that half brother, step brother. That's his brother, okay? Him and ChiefKeef used to hang out as kids. That's what I read, because I done dug through a lot of homework on this one. Read through the police reports, police scanners, all kind of things. They used to hang out when they were kids and shit, but as ChiefKeef started getting bigger, they stopped hanging with each other, okay? I noticed that, okay? Then I looked at more things. I noticed that Lil U was a rapper too. Just like Keef was a rapper. Okay? He goes by the name of YPN Boom, I believe. Okay? Alright? This is ChiefKeef's brother, alright? So they both did they rap shit. They don't got songs together. They don't got anything linking each other together. That's it. I have no more information. Okay? I have no more information on these guys. So it was hard for me to come up with something with just this. This board really doesn't explain anything. So I had to listen to some of his music. Okay? When I listened to some of his music, I noticed he rapped about robberies, guns, etc. You know, the typical drill type of music. Same kind of shit Keef was rapping about. So I said, okay, okay. All right, he's enlightened to the streets, okay? So we're going to go to what happened. The police is alleging, okay, that I believe it was nighttime, okay? I believe it was nighttime, and the police is alleging he was in a car, okay? I believe on 124th and Union, okay? So he was in the hundreds, which is known as, I believe, the Roseland community, okay? They said Keef brother was sitting in the car chilling. Now, I'm not sure if the car was driving or it was stationary. So we just gonna say it was still, okay? I don't know if it was any one of these, okay? All right? Chris was shot in the back of the head. Okay? He was shot in the back of the head. When the police found him, he was in bad shape. He died. He lost his life. But he was shot in the back of the head, which lead me to believe that maybe the gunman got in the car. Now, I'm not saying, in a drive-by, people riding past, blinking you down, you can't get hit in the back of the head. I ain't saying a motherfucker can't run up to the car and blink it down and you get hit in the back of the head. But it's a lot of people believe this guy got hit in the back of the head because a gunman got in the car. Okay? This is all the information that I had to study this. So I went to the police scanners. The police scanner says that they hear shooting. Then they said that it's a guy in a car slumped. Okay? I didn't hear anything about driving, okay? I didn't hear anything about any of that shit. So it's hard. I come to the conclusion, and this is a hard conclusion because this is kind of different than all the other ones. We talk about, you notice we didn't put anything about ops on here, because ChiefKeef kind of blew up. This was like when ChiefKeef first blew up. So I didn't put anything ops on here because I didn't feel like it was op related, okay? All right, I don't feel like the shit was op related, okay? So I relied on this. He was in a car on 124th and Union. He was shot in the back of the head in a car. I come up with this conclusion, and it's hard. I think this was in my opinion, I think this was a robbery gone bad. I don't think this was a caught lacking. I think this was a robbery gone bad. Maybe this was some payback. Who knows? But in my opinion, I believe him sitting in a car, chilling, hit in the back of the head. He was just visiting his uncle after this happened. He left his uncle's house. He was going to his uncle's crib, chill with his uncle's crib. He left his uncle's house, and this happened. Now, don't get me wrong. I did hear rumors that ChiefKeef's brother was involved in doing these here, breaking in homes and shit like that. But I don't think that would have caused this type of violent reaction. I think this was a robbery. And, niggas out here, wow. A motherfucker give you everything they got and you still a shoot him. I done seen that shit plenty of times. Like, how wild can you be to pull a gun on somebody? They dig their hand in their pocket. They give you your wallet, all kind of money, even give you money you didn't even know they had, and you still kill them? That's some crazy shit. So I wasn't there. I can't guarantee it. But listening to the police scanners, the killers never being caught, all kind of shit like that, I believe that this was a robbery gone bad. And I believe ChiefKeef's brother ended up losing his life. I don't think this had anything to do with Keef. They wasn't hanging together. They wasn't around each other. ChiefKeef's brother wasn't around Keef. His father kind of left this life. They probably had issues with that. ChiefKeef probably didn't like his dad and shit like that. So I don't think this got anything to do with Keef. I think that guy was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And that shit happened. And it said, now I ain't saying he ain't did no shit and the motherfucker ain't get up with him. Or he wasn't caught lacking. Or he wasn't out there doing bad and the motherfucker wanted to get that payback because two wrongs don't make it right, but they make it even. I ain't saying that ain't happened. I'm just saying I had to look at what I looked at, off what I heard off the scanners and what I seen off the police reports. So if I'm going to just go with that, then I believe this is what happened. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the homie Truth Teller, the Street Reporter. Blah!